I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's inside. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
people will come. There come caresses they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door, as innocent as children, longing for the past. Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. He's looking right at the plate.
You're a Braves coach.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed
And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
You're in Braves country.
Down a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 1 home run, 5 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .242. Batting second, the designated hitter, Drake Baldwin. 6 home runs, 22 RBI, a .310 average. Matt Olson batting third, playing first. 6 home runs, 22 RBI, a .310 clip. Austin Riley batting cleanup, playing third. 3 home runs, a .231 average, 16 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Ozzie Albies batting fifth, playing second. 4 home runs, 11 RBI, batting .280. Michael Harris II will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. He's got a .286 average, 4 home runs, and 11 RBI. Batting seventh, Mauricio Dubon. 2 home runs, 14 RBI, a .313 average. Batting eighth, in left field, Michael Yastrzemski. 5 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .211. And Jonah Heim is behind the plate. He's batting eighth. 2 RBI, a .222 average. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Diddy or Fuentes Day for you country club members. We've got the Diddy party emoji in the country club emojis if you haven't seen it already. He's 0-0 with the 2.25 ERA in 4 innings. 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He'll be going head-to-head with Zach Littell. Littell is 0-2 with a 7.11 ERA and a 1.74 whip. 19 innings, 14 strikeouts, 6 walks, 7 home runs, 19 innings pitched. Don't let his numbers fool you. He was late signing, and he's still in spring training mode. He could lock it in at any moment. Leading off for the Washington Nationals in the bottom of the first inning, it's James Wood. 8 home runs, 19 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .242. Batting second, Luis Garcia Jr. He's playing first with 1 home run, 15 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .247. Brady House is batting third, playing third. 2 home runs, 8 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .241. C.J. Abrams batting cleanup and playing short. 6 home runs, 19 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .296. Dalen Lyle batting fifth and in left. 2 home runs, 10 RBI, and a .276 average. Jacob Young is in center field for the Nationals. He's batting sixth. 2 home runs, 12 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .254. Vivas is at second, batting seventh. 2 RBI, a .302 average. Tena, the designated hitter, batting eighth. 6 RBI, batting .308 on the year. And Hybert Ruiz is behind the plate and batting ninth. 9 for 41 on the year, a .220 average. 1 home run, 9 RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Brian Honora. Your second base umpire, Chris Segal. Second base will be manned by Eric Backus. And down the third base line, it's Laz Diaz. Game time temperatures here at Nationals Park are expected to be much warmer than they have the last few days. 75 degrees at first pitch, with the wind blowing in at about 7 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 147 on the money line. Washington plus 135. The over-under is 9. Our pick to click tonight versus the Nationals and Zach Littell. We're going to go with someone who's had a hot hand against Littell. And why not? He's been heating up recently. Give us Austin Riley. He's 3 for 7 lifetime with a home run and 3 RBI, 2 strikeouts, a .429 average. Other guys to keep an eye on, Acuna does have a home run. He's 2 for 6 against Littell. And Jonah Heim, believe it or not, is 3 for 4 lifetime, probably why he's in the lineup for a second consecutive night. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one, bounce back after the loss last night with Diddy on the mound. He's going to get his strikeout total. It's 4.5 out in the desert. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one going away 7-2.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the Country Club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the Country Club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
See who we have in the club tonight. We've got Iron Lung, Uncle Charlie, good to see you. Adam, Westbury, the great Adam West, good to see you. Batman Westbury. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you in roll call. Who else do we have in the club tonight? Trip Tillman, good to see you. Uncle Charlie, Iron Lung. So I'm scrolling through here. See if we have any others in here. Assuming Royal Pia and John Chop Shop will be here in a minute. James Fisher King. We'll take a really quick break. When we come back, pitch by pitch, play by play, we'll hit the rest when we return.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here. It can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family, maybe, that carries all the way through, from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball. So it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stands full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known this is where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Line drive and a base hit. Just as the score of the tying run. Breathe to the plate. And he is saved.
We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
You're in Braves country. Welcome in, y'all. Zach Littell's firing his final warm-up tosses as we are waiting for the 3D to kick in. As soon as it does, we will lift the curtain. Zach Littell, the big right-hander. Nationals wearing their home whites once again. Nationals across the chest in navy, outlined in red. Numbers in red on the back, red ball cap, and the Walgreens W on the front in white. Atlanta Braves are wearing their road grays, Atlanta across the chest, and I believe we are set, so let's go ahead and lift the curtain. If y'all haven't already, please slap that like button and subscribe. Littell on the bump, Acuna at the plate. He digs in. And the first pitch on the way. Yes, sir! It is baseball time in Braves country, and the first pitch on the way is swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Left to right across the outfield for the Nationals. It's Lyle
Young and Wood, same as before the last two nights. Around the horn, third and first, as the 0-1 pitch is inside, 1-1. You got House, CJ, Abrams, Vivas, and Garcia Jr. at first. Ruiz behind the plate and Littell on the bump. The 1-1 pitch swing. Chops it foul. It's 1-2. Good to see you, Edward Spry. Know you're going through a rough time. Hopefully this game can bring you a little bit of happiness, especially if the Braves can get on Littell. He comes in with a high ERA, but I am worried about is the 1-2 pitch swing. Pops it up high in the sky, and that should be a lazy fly ball to center field. F8 in your scorecard.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
First pitch swinging by Drake Baldwin. That ball is hammered high and deep, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong, a solo shot, and just like that, your Atlanta Braves put one on the board. Got a little good luck from the Edward Spry donation, and Atlanta leads it 1-0. You gotta love the drink.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Drake is good. 391 happy feet over the right field wall, and Matt Olson digs in. The moment he swung the bat, Littell hung his head. He knew it was gone. The 0-1 pitch swing, lifts it high into left field, not very deep, and it's an F7 in your scorecard, 2 down. So Braves on top, 1-0. Littell has thrown 7 pitches. You know who I saw last night on the Washington Nationals broadcast? It took me a second to figure out who it was. I was like, why does that dude look so familiar? Oh, Ryan Zimmerman is in their booth. I believe he's doing color commentary. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Man, could that guy hit. Austin Riley. Righty. I've always thought Riley's swing was much like Ryan's. The 0-1 pitch swing, chops it foul. 1-2. An 0-2 count. What you'll get from Zimmerman tonight is a 5-pitch mix. He's got a slider, a 4-seamer, a splitter, sinker, and sweep. He leans on that slider 29% of the time. The 0-2 pitch just got a piece of that splitter, and we'll do it again. 0-2 count. The 4-seamer comes in at 28% of the time. So over half the time you get the 4-seamer or slider, he bounces back and forth. The splitter at 18, sinker at 13, and sweeper at 12%. The 0-2 pitch, sweeper down and away, 1-2. 1-2 count. Braves lead it 1-0. Top of the first inning, just getting going here in your nation's capital. The 1-2 to Riley. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him, 93 miles an hour. Must have been sitting on the soft stuff. We'll be back in a flash. Braves lead it 1-0, thanks to the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Who's at the door?
UPS guy.
Why was he here? I haven't ordered anything in a while.
I know. That's why. He was concerned. Just wanted to make sure we were all right.
Braves Country Radio, everybody was asking for your pick all afternoon long, and you said I have to go on Braves Country Radio first to give my pick, and then I will tweet it out. Okay, so what is
this Braves Radio? I mean,
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free. and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Your life is so dumb.
Bad food and overpriced drink had been sold at ballparks since the 1850s, but it took one very ambitious British-born caterer to turn concessions into an empire. Harry M. Stevens had begun his career hawking scorecards in the 1880s, all the while regaling the crowds with quotes from Byron and Shakespeare. By 1901, he was peddling hard-boiled eggs, ham sandwiches, ice cream, and slices of pie in stadiums from New York to Ohio. Then, one cold afternoon, when ice cream sales slowed at the Polo Grounds, he sent out for German sausages, which he put in long buns so fans could hold and eat them. He had made his greatest contribution to the game, introducing hot dogs to the ballpark.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way, right there for a strike from Didier Fuentes. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, slider. 1-1. James Wood, the batter's hit a couple of home runs in this series. What you'll get out of Didier Fuentes, it's very simple. It's a three-pitch mix. The 1-1 four-seamer off the plate, 99 miles an hour, bringing it. 2-1. He's got a four-seamer that he leans on at 66% of the time, and why not? It's a good one. Then he'll mix in the splitter and the slider at a total of 34%. The 2-1 pitch, and excuse me, bunt swing down the third base line. It'll dribble fair, and Riley will corral it before it gets into left field, but it'll be an infield single for Wood and the Nationals. He was well behind that pitch and tried to pull up at the last minute, realizing he wasn't going to hit it very hard, and it ended up being an infield single. So luck be on his side, and one on, nobody out. Pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away by Garcia. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Turns around and fires it at first real quick. That was really close. They're saying that he's safe, but I'm telling you right now, Matt Olson tagged him on the belt, and it was extremely close. Doesn't look like they're going to challenge. I'd like to see a replay of that, though. The 0-1. Did he come set? Outside, misses 1-1. Yeah, I just caught the delayed replay that we have set up so I can see replays even when they don't show them. And Weiss probably should have at least taken a look at that. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, check swing. Did he go around? Looked like he did. He did. Laz Diaz down the third base line. 1-2. If y'all saw his scorecard from last night, we shared it on the post. Another disaster. 91%. That may sound great because that gets you a B. Or I guess nowadays it gets you an A. It used to be a B back in the day as the 1-2 pitch swing. Slice it towards left field. And it's a single. And the Nationals have runners on first and second, nobody out. So 2 on and nobody out. Both balls were hit as the batter was late on the swing. He was able to punch it out there, getting a little bit too much of the plate on that one, and allowed Garcia to keep it fair. So first and second, nobody out. Butterflies, you know they're a-humming right now as Didier comes set. The pitch on the way. Fastball right there. Righty-righty, four-seamer. It's 0-1. Braves defense back into the left in double play depth. You wonder if that could work against you with the guy throwing this hard. The 0-1 count. Turns and fires. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Jonah Heim leaped up like he was going to throw behind the runner at first, but he held on to the ball. Olsen really wasn't in position to make a play. It probably would have made things worse, so smart play by Jonah to hold on to it. The 0-2 count. Turns and kicks. Fastball. Caught, looking strike three. He got caught watching the paint dry. Bang! One away. I was just about to say the first two pitches, those fastballs came in hot, and House was behind him. There's no sense of speeding his bat up. Just keep bringing it. Left to right across the outfield for the Braves tonight. It's the Yaz, Harris, and Acuna. It's the first pitch up to C.J. Abrams is a hanging slider taking first strike. It's 0-1. Around the horn, third to first. Back to the usual. Riley, Dubon, Ozzie, and Olsen. Anaheim is behind the plate. Your Drake is the DH. Diddy on the bump. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer. It's 0-2. Most of these Washington National hitters have not seen Fuentes. The 0-2 count. Kicks and brings it. Swing. Slice it back foul. Four-seamer in on the hands. That one came sizzling in at 98 miles an hour. The 0-2 count. Pitch number 15 for Diddy. Swing, pops it up. Will it stay in play? Giving chase over by the third base dugout is Heim, but it will not. And one of the 200 to 300 fans in the stands will get a souvenir. 0-2. Hey, it's a Braves fan, too. Two Braves fans sitting just behind third base. 0-2 count. Turns and clicks. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Four-seam fastball. Looked like he might have foul tipped it into the glove, bringing it 2 down. He was Welt now. Home plate umpire Brian Norris said he foul tipped it. He didn't come anywhere near that ball. His bat was belt high and the pitch was letter high. First pitch on the way is down and in. Strike called missed. It's 1-0. That was right down the heart of the zone. Probably should have been challenged by Heim, but we've lost a couple of early challenges recently. There was probably a meeting. The 1-0. Outside wide ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. 2 soft hit singles. Put Wood and Garcia on to start the inning. The 2-0 pitch. Brings it. Wide strike, 2-1. So that's and Lyle didn't like that call either. They're showing that one because I've got the Atlanta one off to the side and the Washington in front of me. Because the Atlanta vision always likes to do goofy things. The 2-1 pitch, down and in, 3-1. That really just evened up the count because the first pitch was a strike and the third pitch was not, and they flip-flopped. 3-1 count. Standing on deck is the right-handed bat of Young. Wouldn't be a terrible idea to pitch around Lyle. The pitch. Swing, slices it foul, full count. Good to see you, Rich. Peter. I don't know if you were in here earlier when I said my highs, but I did say hi to you. I just assumed you were in here. I'm assuming Chop Shop's in here too. The payoff pitch, runners go. Swing! Rattles it foul. And the runners will retreat. Full count, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled that one back. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And, of course, the more these major league hitters see this pitcher, advantage goes to the hitter. They're playing a weird time game in Seattle today. I don't know the reasoning, but Seattle just walked off the A's 5-4. The 3-2 pitch, swing lifted, high and deep, and that one is gone. 3-run home run, and Diddy has spit the bit. The Braves trail by 2. Laid one in there, right down the pipe. And this kid Lyle can swing the bat, and Didier Fuentes found it out. And that was belt high, right in his swing zone. Might as well have just put that one on a tee. So 3-1 your score. Jacob Young, the batter. It's like I said before, as opposed to just trying to grind it out with this Lyle, I would have gone after the right-handed Young. It would have been odd to load the bases, but I would not have given him anything to hit. If he chases one off the plate, fair enough, but Young, the batter, bases clear, 3-1. "24 pitches. First pitch on the way is outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0 count. So if you missed the news on it, essentially everybody's being pushed back. And, man, Jonah Heim just challenged that. Someone's going to have to put a handcuff on him, too. He is terrible at these challenges. Pitch was 2 inches off the plate, and we lose our challenge. The 1-0, high and out of the zone, 2-0. Some of these you look away for a second, checking stats or whatnot, because you just assume there's no way someone's challenging it, because it was definitely a ball or a strike. And like I said, the umpires made some terrible calls, but that wasn't one of them. It's a 3-0 count to Young. Pitch on the way. Right there for a strike, 3-1. Braves trail 3-1. Another early deficit for Atlanta is the 3-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it away. Washington has jumped out on top in the early going in all 3 of these games. Full count. Did he come in set? His 30th pitch of the inning. Swing chopper towards third. Riley's got to hurry, and that ball's going to flatline and roll under his hand, and it's going to be an infield single for the speedy Young. Riley's only chance was to barehand it because Jacob Young's one of the faster runners in the league, and he was flying down the line on that Baltimore chopper. I don't know if he gets him anyways, but his only chance was going to be able to barehand it and gun it, and the ball just kicked to his right. As opposed to a traditional hop, it just kind of hit a bump, almost like the way the basketballs used to flatline in the old Boston Garden in certain dead spots. First pitch down and in to Vivas. It's 1-0. You'd think at some point someone would run out there and talk to this kid. He's at 31 pitches. Nothing else, just give him a breather. This is turning into Raylo all over again. The 1-0. Swing, rips it. Into right. Acuna chasing it, misplays it. Ball goes off the wall, and the runner comes around to third. Young's fast, and he will easily beat Acuna's throw into the infield, and it's 4-1 Washington. Poorly played ball off the wall, but a hard rocket, a hard hit. If Acuna plays it well, they're going to end up having to stop Young, or he's going to be dead meat. But he played it off the hop off the wall, and by the time he got it in off the carom, Young was flying around. If you're watching at home, we just told you a second ago that he's one of the faster dudes in the league, and he was booking it. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way to Tena as a slider off the plate. 0-1. The 0-1. I think you can retire that Gold Glove, Rich. The 0-1. Outside on the outer track. It's 0-2. If they ever gave a gold arm award for outfielders, Acuna would probably win that because the guy's got a rifle. He just misplays a lot of balls. The 0-2 count. Outside. 1-2. No, that was Vivas that hit that ball at him. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Fouls it away. Wood led off the inning with the walk. 1-2. They became the 2023 Braves when you start laying meatballs over the middle. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Rolls it down the first base line. We'll do it again. My word. If you're following along at home, you may not have seen it if you're watching the Braves cast as opposed to the Nationals cast. Wait till you see the ball person for Washington down the first base side. The 1-2. Checks it foul. We'll do it again. That's all we'll say about that. But hey, man. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat. I mean, he's at 38 pitches in the first inning, and I don't know why they're sitting on their hands. Someone should have already been out there to talk to him. They did this last night. I understand having the young kid work his way through his problems, but this is above and beyond. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So strangely enough, he strikes out the side, but he coughs up 4 runs. Diddy party. It's going to get wild and slippery. 4-1. We'll be back in a flash.
Look, dude, when we go in here, can you please just be normal? I am normal, dude. I'm normal. My actions are normal. Dude, I'm normal, man. Hold up, dude. Seriously, I gotta grab some t-shirts out of my car. They were on sale at Walmart for $1. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to sell them to some folks. No, you're not gonna sell t-shirts. T-shirts like the most normal shirt that there is. That doesn't make any sense. And I got them for $1, dude. I'm about to flip a hustle, dude. Hustling ain't normal no more. Hustling is not normal at Nana's funeral. Nana would never say that.
If only the world was less like this.
I could use a smoke.
Hey, put that out!
And more like this.
I could use a smoke.
You murderer! I might have children one day!
If you're around a smoker, smokers may look relaxed and like they're having fun. Don't believe it. Vote yes on Proposition 421. Let's outlaw smoking everywhere, even in people's homes. Let's live in a world without smokers. Prohibition works. Let's prove it.
Armchair. Why is everybody mad when I ask their zodiac sign on the first date? They are like, oh, you're one of those? One of what? I simply asked your zodiac sign. Why is it such a big deal to tell me what it is? They act like I came from a psychic ward or something. It's giving Scorpio anyways.
Despite the ban, the Pythians became the first recorded all-black team to play a white team, the Philadelphia City Items, a group of newspapermen. The Pythians won 27-17. Their captain, Octavius Cato, was later killed in a Philadelphia race riot.
Welcome back. Zach Littell goes back to work with a 4-1 lead. Righty-lefty to Ozzie Albies, misses off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, down and away, ball 2-2-0. If you're just joining us, Braves are already down to one challenge, ABS challenge, the 2-0, right there for a strike, 2-1, which kind of hamstrings you going forward because they probably, what I've noticed is when they lose one early, they won't use it again till later half of the game. The 2-1 fouls back 2-2. And The umpires know this. They've all picked up on all of this. And unfortunately, the home plate umpire tonight, Brian Honora, is the 2-2, rolls it foul. Do it again. He's been one of the ones we've complained about over the years, so not quite as bad as Laz Diaz last night. Laz Diaz is just an abomination, but he's not one of your top umpires, that's for sure, and he's already shown that. You almost wonder if the catcher or the batter gets baited into, as the 2-2 pitch is rolled foul, you almost think that they might get baited into challenging a pitch early on because they're so mad about 2 or 3 previous pitches before. The 2-2 count, swing, pops it up, jam shot, F4 in your scorecard, shallow center field. Oh, he dropped it. He did not secure that ball, and that's an E4. He dropped it. That was just a good old-fashioned butterfingers, and your Atlanta Braves got something cooking here. Got to make them pay for it. Now Viva's calling everybody off. The ball just kind of popped out of his glove, snow coned on the side. I don't think he realized it because he went to snap his hand down. He caught it with 2 hands, and he didn't realize he didn't have the ball inside the glove, and it came out. So sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing. Fouls it away. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and grips in the dirt. 1-1. Michael Harris the second, batting .286 on the air, so off to a pretty good start. I don't think it should be lost on anybody either that Harris's start to the season is the 1-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's belted high and deep. If it's fair, it's gone. And that ball is ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, zip-boom-bam. We got ourselves a 1-run game, a 2-run shot by Money Michael. Oh, baby! A moonshot!
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle. It's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then. Use your eyes. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
A 414-foot blast. And the Braves trail by 1. First pitch swinging by Dubon is sliced foul towards the crowd right side. It's 0-1. So the error does come home to roost. The drop ball by Luis Garcia. It'll be 1 earned run if you are scoring at home. Harris's run will be earned. Ozzy's not. The 0-1. Outer edge. Called for a wide strike. It's 0-2. O2 count. Outside wide, 1-2. What I was about to say before he hit that one is that I do believe Harris's start has been aided by Walt Weiss's decision as the 1-2 pitch. Swing, slaps it towards right field, drifting back at the close to the warning track, but making the easy catch for Wood. F9 in your scorecard, 1 away. If you've noticed this year, Walt Weiss has been benching Harris against not all lefties, but against very tough lefties. And I think there's something to be said about that, because when you can give him a day off, even if he comes in to pinch hit later, but you give him a day off. But also, he doesn't get into these bad habits against the hard left-handers. So when he's back out there at the plate, as the first pitch is outside wide for a ball, it's 1-0. I think it's got an enormous effect on Harris this year. The 1-0 count. Swing, rips it down the first base line, right field line. That ball's a fair ball. And the Yaz is on with a long single. He'll slam on the brakes, but a good piece of hitting by the Yaz.
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, do.
Yahtzee into the right field corner. 1 on, 1 out. And Heim, who we told you at the beginning of the ball game, is 3 for 4. Lifetime versus Littell stands in. Batting .222 on the year. By the way, the Yaz, that base hit took him to .222. First pitch, splitter. Down and away, it's 1-0. Good to see you, JC. The 1-0. Turns and fires. Swing, slaps it. And that ball's going to get down for a base hit. That ball's going to head towards left field. Lyle spins, fires it in, but it is going to be runners on the corners and just one away. And Jonah Heim, baby, 4 for 5. Lifetime versus Littell. And that's going to bring Simon Matthews out of the dugout. So runners at the corners, 1 out after the quick powwow out there with Littell. He's at 31 pitches. And Ron Acuna Jr. stands at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, lifts it high and deep into right field, and that is going to tie the game. F9 your scorecard. The Yaz will come home, but it's an RBI sac fly for Ronald Acuna Jr.
Vamos!
Bravo. Bravo.
Righty-lefty matchup here is Drake Baldwin off the plate wide. Takes it. 1-0. Braves 4, Washington 4, top of the second. Just tying it up. Trailed 4-1 after 1. As the pitch is high and out of the zone. 2-0. Drake Baldwin, his first time up, rocked one over the wall. His 7th home run of the year, 23rd RBI. He's now batting .317 on the year with a .948 OPS. The 2-0 drops it for a strike. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Brings it. Swing! That ball's ripped into right field. That's down for a base hit. And we'll go corner to corner again, and your Atlanta Braves keep the good times rolling. 4-4, and the go-ahead run is now at third with 2 outs.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Drake is good. Runners at the corners, Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch. Slider up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Olson flew out to left his first time up. Gave it a bit of a ride, so got a decent swing on it. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up, and this will end the inning. F5 in your scorecard, can of corn, and Olson out in front and underneath. We'll be back in a flash here. Atlanta Braves put 3 on the board. It's 4-4. Now if Diddy can keep it here, we can get it back into the lead before you know it.
On June 30th, 1996, the Los Angeles Dodgers are playing the Colorado Rockies Coors Field. The game included 7 lead changes, 38 hits, and 10 home runs. 11 pitchers made their way into the game, and all 11 of them gave up at least 1 run, and 5 of them suffered a blown save, a major league record. 14 of the 18 half innings saw a run cross the plate. The Dodgers hit 6 home runs, including 3 on back-to-back-to-back pitches in the second inning. Colorado Rockies second baseman Eric Young stole 6 bases. 3 of them came in the third inning when he stole second, third, and home. Speaking of stolen bases, there were 10 in the game. In the 7th, Steve Reed throws the last scoreless half inning on 7 pitches. With 2 outs and a runner on first in the 9th, the losing pitcher Todd Worrell had pitched twice in the series already and had not allowed a run in the series until that day. The winning pitcher Bruce Ruffin turned a 2-run lead into a 1-run deficit in his lone inning. The game took 4 hours and 20 minutes to complete. It was, at the time, the longest 9-inning game in National League history. 2.5 months later, Hideo Nomo would return to Coors Field and he threw a no-hitter, the only one in Coors Field history.
On October 14th, 1992, the Pittsburgh Pirates were in Atlanta, facing the Braves in the 7th and deciding game of the National League Championship Series. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Pittsburgh led 2-1, but Atlanta had the bases loaded. A pinch hitter, Francisco Cabrera, who had had only 10 at-bats all season, was at the plate.
And now the Braves season hangs in the balance. He hacked at the 2-0, now the 2-1. Line drive and a base hit! Just as the score...
With the tying run in, most assumed that the runner on second, Sid Bream, hobbled by 5 knee operations, would be held at third. But the third base coach sent Bream anyway.
Bream to the plate! And he is safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series!
Welcome back. 4-4 your score, bottom of the second. Didier Fuentes goes back to work. First pitch, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and fires, swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. If you're just joining us, Didier Fuentes coughed up 4 runs, 5 hits, but he struck out the side. So, as I like to say, he was out there eating onions or spotting. Is the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Spotting dimes and eating onions, as I like to say. So 4 strikeouts now through 4 outs. You Seinfeld fans will get the reference. James Wood, the batter, back to the top of the order. First pitch is inside, slider. Another missed call by Onora. It's 1-0. It's got to be eating at Heim that he blew that one challenge, the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. I feel like what you almost have to say in the pre-games with these guys is when you have an umpire like Onora is the 1-1, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Show them their chart maps, just like Las Diaz. Show them their chart maps and show how bad they miss on some of these and wait for them to blow those calls. The 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. Don't go for the ones that are right there. 50-50 calls you may or may not get. The 2-2 count, down and in, 3-2. So a full count now. It's Fuentes. If he's going to go any kind of depth in this game, he's got to have a quick inning here or so. Mets have taken a 1-0 lead over the Twins, the 3-2. Down below the knees, ball 4. So Didier Fuentes, he'll walk another one. Second walk on the day by Wood. Fuentes. Try to get a double play here as Garcia, the batter, first pitch, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Phillies and Cubs will be going at it here in a few minutes. We'll keep you updated on that one. The 1-0 pitch, swing, chopped to Ozzie. Ozzie fires it to second. He'll get the lead runner. Good throw by Ozzie. And a good play by Dubon, as he just swallowed it after he gets the force out, 2 down, runner at first. No way he was going to get the runner going to first base, so only thing you could do is hurt yourself there. Mets are going up against a rookie that's being called up today for the Twins. He's got okay numbers, but he was Minnesota's pitcher of the year in the minor leagues last year. It's the only reason why I give him half a chance. You figure eventually, I mean, a team can't lose every game. They did lose again last night somehow. House, the batter. First pitch to House is right there on the outer track for a strike, 98 miles an hour. It's 0-1. House didn't challenge that one, but he would have had a good gripe if he wanted to. The 0-1 right there, kisses the black, 0-2. Second one looked like a strike, much more than the first one. 0-2 count. Fuentes, Didier, just misses 1 and 2. The 1-2. Fuentes, the 1-2. Buckle his shoe. Caught looking, strike 3. We'll be back in a flash. 5 strikeouts. He's hit the over out in the desert. We'll be back in a flash.
I got a raise today in medication dosage, but it's still a raise, so.
If I scroll past one more ad, you can be a nurse in so-and-so weeks. I live in Florida. I can be a nurse for free in just a couple days, man.
Hey, did y'all hear about that lady that poked her boyfriend 108 times because she was in a cannabis-induced psychosis? What? Listen, I smoke the best of the best of the best, sir, and never. I have a prescription. Mine's from the government. It's the best of the best, okay? Never have I slipped into a psychosis. She said she took 2 hits from the good old Billabong. Now, I've taken too many hits from the Billabong, and never have I slipped into a psychosis. A coma, maybe, if you take too many. You ain't able to get off the couch. And do you know how much energy it takes to 108 times? What kind of weed were you smoking? PCP?
History began on July 4th, 1776. Everything before that was a mistake.
Hey, has anybody else thought to themselves how the hell we ain't ran out of phone numbers yet? Or was it just me?
On September 6th, 1995, 5 months after the strike had ended, the Orioles faced the California Angels in Baltimore. Tickets for this game had been sold out for months. After 4.5 innings of play, the game was official. Cal Ripken had played in 2,131 consecutive games. It would be 3 more years before he finally took a day off. By then, Cal Ripken had played in 2,632 straight games.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Austin Riley leads us off. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Bang down the third base line. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Lifts it. High into right field. Not nearly deep enough. Or is it? No. Wood deked me out as Young makes the catch. F8 in your scorecard. 1 down. The way I don't know if it was Wood or if it was the camera, but they started following Wood, and he put his head down and started turning around. I thought maybe that ball was leaving the building, but One up, one down. Ozzie Albies, the batter, reached on an error and came home on a home run his first time up. And the slider misses high and out of the zone, called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 turns and kicks. Swing, pops it up. And another lazy fly ball will be an F7 in your scorecard, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Harris, the batter, he hit a 2-run home run his first time up, a hanging sweeper. This time that sweeper's in the dirt. It's 1-0. Swing, lifts it. High and deep in the left field. Get up! Get up! Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Helter Skelter, Michael Harris is second with his second home run of the night. Wow, baby. Holy Toledo. 104 miles an hour off the bat of Michael Harris the second. Money Mike makes it 5-4.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle. It's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then. Use your ass. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else. Never know.
394 happy feet later, and the Braves lead it by 1. First pitch swinging by Mauricio Dubon. Fouls it back. It's 0-1. The 0-1 turns and kicks. Below the knees. Question mark. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing, pops it up, and that should end the inning. F3 in your scorecard, can of corn, and that will end the inning. But not before your Atlanta Braves put one on the board. It's 5-4. Your score. We go to the bottom of the third here in Braves country.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
Okay, so look, this vehicle that I'm sitting in could burst into flames and burn down around me, and it'd just be me, the seat, and steering wheel left, and I'd be like, oh, gotta get a new whip, you know. But I wouldn't flip out. But if you put whipped cream on my vanilla shake at McDonald's, I'm tearing the golden arches off this building. Because why is it on there? I know I said don't put it on there, and I know that because I was standing here when I told you not to put it on there. Corey, your house is burning to the ground. It will be no more if you don't stop it. Oh, my house is a bit of a sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. It's cool, I'll rebuild. But if I step in water with my socks on, oh my...
The Indians were confident, outspoken, and quick to remind Atlanta that they had lost both World Series they had played. But thanks to their superb pitching, Atlanta won 3 out of the first 5 games. In Game 6, Bobby Cox sent Tom Glavine out to try to secure the Braves' first World Series title since 1957, when they were in Milwaukee. Atlanta fans who had booed Glavine unmercifully on opening day for being a player representative cheered him on as he went to work on Cleveland's powerful lineup. Glavine pitched away from batters all night, continually locating his fastballs and changeups along the outside edges of the plate. He allowed just 1 hit in 8 innings. David Justice's solo home run in the 6th was all the scoring the Braves would need.
Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship.
Welcome back.
Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
First pitch to Abrams right there for a strike, and it'll be followed up by a splitter inside. Righty-lefty matchup. It's 1-1. It's everybody chowing down on tonight. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Sugar-free Jell-O. I bet you're fun at parties, Ashley. The 1-2 swing fouls it away. We'll do it again. Chicken masala, but from Tree Nug, as the 1-2 drifts inside. Slider misses. 2-2. Double bacon cheeseburger and a heart pump for Iron Lung. The 2-2 pitch swing smoked up the middle, and that's a hot shot. It's going to jump over the glove of Mauricio Dubon. That ball was scalded, a worm burner. There's not many that you see in Major League Baseball that eats up a shortstop from that far away, but that ball was moving. So we'll see how they think they're going to give him a base hit. Have to double check that here in a second. They do give it a base hit. Even one of the rare times you're going to see the ball hit right in front of a shortstop behind second base and he gets a base hit. And it was a legit call. I mean, there's it hit the pitcher's mound on the way out there and got some great top spin and just ate up Dubon. He tried to olay it, but whiffed on it. Righty-lefty matchup. Lyle, the batter, first pitch swinging, lifts it high into left field. And homered his first time up, but that'll be an F7 in your scorecard. One away. This Washington Nationals team, they don't have the pitching to contend this year. But you'll notice in the games we play them this season, they've got an offense, and they're going to be tough outs across the board. Texas fajitas, leftover pizza. What else do we have here tonight? The four-seam fastball. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Gina with the leftover pizza. 80. Addie? We'll go with Addie. Addie with the Texas fajita. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer. It's 0-2. D's got Whataburger and a chocolate shake. Man, that just sounds good. I'm sitting here pinned here in this studio with coffee. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires, swings, rifles it up the middle, and that's a base hit. And the Nationals will have runners at first and second with one out. So another hard hit ball, second one of the inning. Fuentes just getting too much of the plate here. Uncle Charlie with spaghetti. Nachos from Old World. Kroger's fried chicken from YouTube handle. Should have saved up a few extra bucks and went to Publix. Steak and carrots from Big Truck. Eric with pizza. Vivas, the batter, first pitch, swing and a miss. Slider coming out of his shoes on that one. It's 0-1. Braves lead at 5-4, bottom of the third. Peter wants to know if Ashley's a cheap date. If you change that Jell-O into Jell-O shots, maybe. The 0-1 pitch. Down and in. Splitter misses. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Willis with the wings and fries. Brian with chicken pasta salad. Cube steak from JC with rice and gravy. The 1-1 count. Swing. Rolls it over to second. Backhand. Man, that one's going to eat up Ozzie Albies. Up into the air. And Braves are kicking the ball all over the place. That should be an error on Ozzie. I don't think they'll give a base hit on that one. And Fuentes, you can just tell, man, he is absolutely woofing it out there. He looks like he just ran a marathon. He's thrown 67 pitches We're here in the third inning. He may not go much longer. That was one that the Braves have to get one out of that. I mean, that was bad. Righty lefty, first pitch swinging, slider for a strike. It's 0-1. Jose Tena, the batter, 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the first. Calamari and Broccoli from Velvet. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 98. He's still bringing it, but you can tell, man, he looks like he's been through a car wash. He is sweating it. I did notice today, even though there wasn't a chance of rain, the humidity was high for Washington this time of year. So he might be feeling effects of that. Marcus with some ribs. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. Four-seam fastball, 2 down. Fuentes with 6 strikeouts. Mac and cheese from Southern. Stag chili, chicken, and broccoli from Greg. Scooby with eggs. I don't know what he means by that BS diet. First pitch on the way is outside wide, slider misses. It's 1-0. What kind of eggs, Scooby? Like hard-boiled or just scrambled? The 1-0. Brings it. Swing, fouls it back. Louise. Batting .220 on the year. 1-1. Chicken tacos from Mark. Southwestern beans and rice from Jay Hard. Doing this all on my phone, so I can't see it all. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Can't see the non-members when I don't have my phone, so I'm having to scroll as we do this. The 1-2 count. So I don't get your full name or your full order. I'm not currently at work, so I don't have to have the order right. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. Didier Fuentes is impressing with the 7 strikeouts, but he has coughed up 4 runs. We'll be back in a flash, leading 5-4.
It's not that hard, Scott. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Babe, do you like my nails like this, or do you think I need to make them longer?
Do you want the truth or the husband answer?
Why do you have to be such a smartass?
Do you want the truth or the husband answer?
I know you're gonna piss me off. Give me the husband answer.
It looks amazing the way it is. Love it.
Thank you. Give me the truth.
Don't give a
little gamesmanship here. Davey Johnson just came out of the dugout and confiscated Alex Rodriguez's bat. Ken Griffey Jr. just flipped Rodriguez his bat. Say, here, use mine.
We have learned that the president did indeed tell Ken Starr that he had an inappropriate relationship with Monica Lewinsky. That was expected.
To a country transfixed by the revelation that the president had cheated on his wife and lied about it, Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa provided a welcome distraction.
In baseball, it's not always true what Mae West said when she said, too much of a good thing is wonderful.
Steve Wilstein, a reporter covering McGuire for the Associated Press, broke a story that cast doubt on the legitimacy of the home run chase.
You know, I was standing by McGuire's locker in St. Louis, waiting for him to come out of the shower. And there were about a dozen or more reporters there. And these are open stalls. And on his top shelf, he's got a picture of his son. And there's also this bottle of something I didn't know. And I wrote down the name of it, and I just, in my notes, spelled out androstenedione.
Five to 4 your score. We go to the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to the Yaz is upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty lefty. Littell, 48th pitch of the night. Brings it, swing. And that ball is lined towards left center field. Easy catch out there for Dalen Lyle. One away. 1 up, 1 down. Yaz now batting .219 on the year. That'll bring Jonah Heim. Heim 1 for 1 on the night. First pitch, right down the main street, taken all the way. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and in, or 0-1, excuse me. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Heim singled to left his first time up. It's now 4 for 5 lifetime versus Zach Littell. The pitch. Four-seamer outside wide, almost pitch-out territory, 2-1. Infield is back and to the right. Huge hole down the left side, by the way. The third baseman, House, is playing traditional shortstop, so he would have to get a train ticket to get a ball hit down the third base line. The 2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. Two count. Brings it. Inside, slider. Might be just trying to set him up top and go back outside again. But it's a full count. Standing on deck, top of the order, Ronald Acuna Jr. Braves lead at 5-4. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And Ronald Acuna Jr. looking for his first base hit of the night. The infield will go back into the left, double play territory. First pitch swinging by Acuna. Chases a sinker down and away, fouls it back. It's 0-1. I mean, he is yet to get going. No one's really talked about it. Acuna batting .239 on the year, just 1 home run. The 0-1. Inside upstairs, 1-1. And not to mention the fact he's been horrific with the ABS system. Every time he comes to bat now, I'm just hoping every pitch is a very apparent striker ball because the 1-1 pitch swing fouls it away. It's 1-2. It's almost like he can't be told to be conservative with the ABS calls early in the game, because the other night we got one early and he challenged it and we lost both challenges within the first 3 innings. 1-2 count. Braves lead at 5-4. The pitch, down and in. Good take by Acuna. 2-2. We've got one more game on this road trip tomorrow. It's an early game, so if you're at work, make sure to bring your earbuds and we'll ride you along. 1:15 first pitch will come on the air, 12:45. The 2-2. High and out of the zone, 3-2. For you football fans, I'm sure you're glad that the game gets out of the way before the NFL draft tomorrow night. And then we head back home to Atlanta to face the Phillies again. The payoff pitch, swing. Just got a piece of that, stays alive, banked it off the plate. We'll do it again. Friday will be a doubleheader here on Braves Country Radio, and it's a late night doubleheader as we're doing Braves-Phillies at 7:15, and then the Chicago Cubs go to Los Angeles to take on the Dodgers. We'll have both of those calls, one right after the other. Full count. Pitch on the way. High and inside. Ball 4. So back-to-back walks get the Braves going here. First and second. One out, and the Drake. The other good thing this is doing with the walks, it's causing a long inning, and you know Didier Fuentes needs a breather. I don't think he's going to get to 5 innings for us. He's at 74 pitches as there's a quick mound visit between Ruiz and Littell. Didier Fuentes has 74 pitches through 3 innings. That's an awful high pitch count, especially for a young guy. He may not even go back out, but you would hope that he gets an opportunity to go back out for the 4th. Drake Baldwin coming to the plate. He is 2 for 2. The home run, first pitch. High and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Braves lead it 5-4. The 1-0. What makes it difficult, the pitch is outside. You call that a ball? He did. So a 2-0 count, another blown call by home plate umpire. The 2-0 pitch, swing, pops it up, got underneath that one. That'll be a can of corn out at shortstop area, very shallow left field. C.J. Abrams with the catch, and there is 2 down. Two up, or 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 4th, and Matt Olson, the batter. Righty lefty. High and inside. It's 1-0. Olson popped out to third his last time up, but his first time, he got a pretty good swing on Littell. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing! That ball is deep. High back over the track. Ding dong, that pitch is dead. A 3-run shot, and Matt Olson makes it 8-4. We double up the Nats here in the 4th inning. Wow, what a hit. Holy cow.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ice House, always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
376 happy feet over the track. Right field corner, and your Atlanta Braves lead it 8-4. Austin Riley comes to the plate. Righty with 2 outs. First pitch is there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 drops a splitter in the dirt. 1-1. What I was going to say about Didier Fuentes, normally they'd be a little more aggressive, but remember, Jose Suarez pitched quite a bit yesterday. He's still on the rosters, the 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Obviously, Raylo is not available. So you're going to have to try to build your way to the back end to get to Suarez in the 9th is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it. High into left field, but this should be playable. When it finally comes down in the glove of Lyle, it'll be out number 3, F7 on your scorecard. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put 3 on the board. We double it up. It's 8-4. Bottom of the 4th we go.
Pretty old man. Yeah, 30 years older than you are. Had my back broke once and my hip twice. And on my worst day, I could beat the hell out of you.
I don't think so.
You will.
Do y'all realize that when your man tells you you're beautiful without makeup on, that he really means it? Do you realize that when he tells you he loves seeing you in a baggy t-shirt and messy hair, that he really means it? Sure, he loves seeing you all done up and dolled up, makeup on, cute outfit, ready to go out, but that's for the whole world to see. Only he gets to see you in your raw form, and he fell in love with that. He chooses to love you in all forms. Your spouse is the only person who chooses to love you for who you are. Your parents love you because you're their child. Your children love you because you're their parent. Do not take a good love and a good spouse for granted because it is truly rare.
Androstenedione was marketed as a nutritional supplement. Because it raised testosterone levels, it would eventually be classified as an anabolic steroid. But thanks to government deregulation, it was sold over the counter.
I remember thinking, how do you spell androstenedione? We knew nothing about a drug like that. It was very new on the radar. And I remember looking it up and not really understanding what the heck is this. I can't say there was a complete surprise. There had been rumors out there, and of course McGuire denied it, said he knew nothing about it, but this was something tangible. This was a bottle of something in that locker, something that should have made us question a little deeper. Well, what does it do, and what is going on outside of just that one locker? Because certainly he couldn't be the only person.
Andro, as it was called, had already been banned by the National Football League and International Olympic Committee, and General Nutrition Centers had pulled it from their shelves 2 months earlier. But Major League Baseball said they didn't know anything about it and had no rule against its use.
Welcome back, Atlanta 8, Washington 4, and Martin Perez is going to come in to pitch. So this is interesting. He was slated to pitch tomorrow. So, okay. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch on the way. Was there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 bangs it foul, 0-2. Which means either A move is coming and someone else will pitch tomorrow morning, or they're going to move Sale back to the Thursday spot they originally had him at. Inside, 1-2. Actually, after what they had, that's actually probably not likely. More on that in a second. The 1-2. Outside, wide 2. And the reason why I say that is the 2-2 count to Wood. They were pushing Chris Sale all the way back to Sunday versus the Phillies. To give him a week off is the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, caught looking, strike 3, and there's one away. It's not typical that you tell a pitcher that he's going to be taking a week off and then all of a sudden go, never mind, scratch that, let's go ahead and put you back out there. So in all likelihood, we either got a bullpen game going. Regardless, Didier Fuentes is probably going back down, which was most likely the move going to happen anyways because the Braves have an off day on Monday, a scheduled off day. So regardless, Didier Fuentes is probably going down unless they're DFAing someone else. First pitch is upstairs for a strike. Curveball, it's 1-1. And Martin Perez obviously will no longer start. They're going to try to piggyback him here as the 0-1 pitch swing. Fouls it back. So, remember, Martin Perez came in earlier in the year for Suarez and fired 4 1/3 scoreless. So you can expect for them to try to get him. He could complete the rest of the game depending on the score, but at least get to the 7th or 8th. The 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. So 1-2 count. So if they send Didier Fuentes down, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that J.R. Ritchie has been pitching really well, and a lot of people are excited to see him, but there's also a couple other options down there. The 1-2 down and in, ball 2, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Turns and fires. Caught looking, strike 3, cutter at the knees, and there's 2 away. I think we're going to get a challenge here, and Meade is going to lose the challenge. So you can strike that one off the board for the Nationals. They're down 1, and we are down 1. Just hit the bottom of the zone. Good frame by Heim, but it did look like that it did hit the zone going by. House the batter. The number 3 hitter in the order, first pitch, swing and a miss at the curveball. It's 0-1. So Meade came in for Garcia. He will most likely stay in. The 0-1, swing, chops it foul. 1-2. 0-2 count. Standing on deck is Abrams, the left-hander. If you're just joining us, Didier Fuentes done for the night. 74 pitches in the first 3 innings. He did strike out 7, so that's not nothing. But he left because of a pitch count, and so Martin Perez, who was supposed to start tomorrow, is in tonight to piggyback. The 0-2 from Perez. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He strikes out the strike. 10 strikeouts by your Atlanta Braves, and we lead 8-4. Back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network.
Stephanie, I'm at the mall and I see your boyfriend walking around with some fat. Just what do you mean? I'm with my boyfriend right now.
Something happened to this guy that has never happened again in Major League Baseball history. Danny Goodwin was initially drafted first overall by the Chicago White Sox in the 1971 Major League Baseball draft. Instead of signing with the White Sox, he decided to attend Southern University and A&M in Baton Rouge. Shortly after college, the Angels selected him with the number 1 overall pick in the 1975 Major League Baseball draft, and this time he signed for a Major League record of $150,000. He is the only person drafted with the first overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft twice. In 1979, he would have his best season, batting .289 with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs, all career highs. After his playing days, he served as the Atlanta Braves Director of Community Relations.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
I don't think he was just taking Andro. I think Andro was one of many drugs that he was probably taking for a long period of time. And just a couple of weeks earlier, Randy Barnes, the gold medalist shot putter for the United States, was banned for life for using androstenedione. And here was McGuire being praised as the hero of the country, using the exact same thing. The idea was shoot the messenger. There was certainly not an embracing of the issue that we have a problem and we need to solve this problem. There was no sense in baseball that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We need to look further to see who else is using performance-enhancing drugs. If anything, it was more bury our heads in the sand, maybe it'll go away.
A columnist for the Boston Globe insisted, there's nothing sold in drugstores that can help you hit a home run in the big leagues. Andro, he wrote, was not that different from aspirin, prime rib, coffee, or Wheaties, and McGuire was just the victim of an unfair tabloid-driven controversy.
Welcome back, as the first pitch is a 4-seam fastball from Zach Littell to start the 5th inning to Ozzie Albies. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup to 1-0. Outside wide splitter misses 2-0 while we were at break. So I've got 2 monitors in the background to keep an eye on the Phillies game and the Mets game for y'all. And I looked up at the Mets game as the 2-0 pitch. Swing in on the instep. 2-1. And I have it on the rival, but I guess I have it on the Mets broadcast team. And I noticed they did this earlier when the Washington Nationals were up 4-1. They'd flashed our screen on our score on their screen. They have an electronic scoreboard at Citi Field in the back, so they were doing laps about that. And then just before we went back from this break, as time is called, I look up into the corner and they have the camera sitting dead red on the 8-4 score, Braves over the Nationals. There's no telling what in the hell they were talking about. The 2-1 pitch to Ozzie, swing, lifts it, and that'll be 0 for 3 for Ozzie. Lazy fly ball into center field, and there's one down. He's slumping a little bit from the left side. Last few times he's gone out, he's just seems to have his swing just a little bit off. Michael Harris II, he's not slumping. He's got 2 jacks. Batting .304 on the year. First pitch off the plate to Harris is a splitter. It's 1-0. It's batting .304 with the .902 OPS. The 1-0. Swing! Rips it down foul. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Misses high in the zone. It's 1-1. Or 2-1, excuse me. The 2-1 count. Brings it. Four-seamer, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Swing! Just got a piece of it. Full count. So full count to Harris. The payoff pitch. Slaps it back foul. Do it one more time. Standing on deck is Dubon. Braves lead at 8-4. We're in the top of the fifth inning. We're Atlanta, 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Washington, 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Atlanta Braves have gotten home runs from Baldwin, Olson, the big one, the 3-run home run, and Michael Harris has 2. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it away. So Littell, he might just plunk him. Be easier just to hit this guy and then give up another home run. The payoff from Littell. Swing pops it up, and this should be an easy can of corn. Shortstop has it. C.J. Abrams, F6, just behind the pitcher's mound. 2 down. Righty is Mauricio Dubon. Takes the first pitch for a wide strike off the plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Slider misses high, 1-1. I'm going to take a wild guess, Shaw. We might get to see J.R. Ritchie tomorrow. The 1-1 pitch, swing. Laces it over to third. I'll tell you why when we return. All arrows pointing that way. Back in a flash. Braves lead it 8-4. We go to the bottom of 4. Bottom of 5. Time to take the 5th.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen. You hear it? Seize the day, boys. Hello.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka. Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, object anyway!
October 11th. October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here. Tonight, this is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them!
Guys tired?
I'll get all sleep I need when I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
and shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Okay, all right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
First pitch to C.J. Abrams, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Kicks and fires, sinker off the plate, and it is 2-0. Braves lead at 8-4. Bottom of the fifth inning. It'll be Abrams, Lyle, and Young. The 2-0 pitch. Swing, blasted. High and deep. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is foul. Just foul. That would have been at least 2 bases for Abrams if it stays fair. Probably would have bounced into the stands. Mets lead the Twins 2-1 there in the fourth. Mets are batting, and the Phillies lead the Cubs 2-1 in the second. But here we got good news. 8-4 Atlanta, bottom of the fifth. The 2-1's bank foul, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Martin Perez. One away. So, for one thing, to explain what happened with Martin Perez, when we DFA'd him and nobody picked him up, that was a calculated risk by the Braves front office, and it worked. I don't think it would work again. Is the first pitch down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. Because he was owed $3.5 million minus like a week and a half of his salary. And the idea would be that nobody would pick that up. 1-0. Swing, rolls it foul. 1-1. Now it's much more likely with the injuries and just getting through a major league season as well as Perez has pitched, it's not very likely that if you DFA him, you're going to get him back. So they won that first round. They got him back, and I think he's here to stay as long as he's healthy is the 1-1. Right there for a strike, it's 1-2. You see how valuable he is because you're able to bring him out of the pen on a night like tonight where Didier Fuentes just didn't have it as far as being able to go deep. I mean, he struck out 7, gave up 4 runs. The 1-2, swing, chops it foul. But he wasn't able to go very deep. So most likely you send Fuentes back down to the minors with his options. Means you can't call him up for a couple of weeks. But J.R. Ritchie has not pitched this week in Gwinnett. So logically, as the 1-2 pitch, swing, slices it towards left field, and that's a fair ball, barely fair. Riley has to run it down. He's the closest person to it. Fires it to second, and the one hoppers into Ozzy's glove, but not before Lyle completes a 2-out double. So there's a good chance that we get to see the youngster J.R. Ritchie tomorrow for what is most likely going to be a spot start. He'll probably come up and then they'll send him down because then you go to the weekend versus Philly with Holmes, Elder, and Sale, and then a day off on Monday. First pitch upstairs for a strike, cutter to Jacob Young. It's 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Young, who is 2 for 2 on the day, brings it. Change up in the dirt. 1-1. Reached on an infield single his first time up. And then a single to center his second time up. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rocks it foul down the line, 1-2. We've been covering him since he came up in the league, and I remember the first few years seeing Jacob Young. You saw how athletic he was, And the Nationals stuck with him and continued to put him out there because of his defense. And he used to struggle mightily at the bat, but you can see now that he's really come into his own, and the prospect is really starting to prosper. The 1-2 pitch. Inside high, misses just off the top shelf. 2-2. Two count. 8-4 your score. Pitch on the way, inside. Full count now. Full count from Perez. The windup to pitch. Swing, pops it up. High into the infield sky, and Ozzie Albies will make the catch behind second base. Can of corn. 2 down. Eight to 4 your score, bottom of the 5th. Lefty now. As Vivas, the batter, takes the first pitch, curveball in the dirt. 1-0. 1-0. If you're playing along at home, the only changes other than the Braves pitcher, Perez for Fuentes so far, is the 1-0 pitch. Misses high, 2-0. Meade did stay in the game. He is playing first base for Garcia. 2-0 count. Swing, hammers it over to second. Ozzie Albies gets it at his shoe tops, fires it to Matt Olson, and that'll end the inning. Nifty play by the Wiz, and we'll head to the top of the 6th, leading 8-4 here in D.C.
This sucks, and it's horse, but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
This is the greatest baseball team name that has ever existed. They are the Florence Yalls. They are based in Florence, Kentucky. And you might be asking yourself, how do they get this name? The baseball team is named after the water tower in town, which says Florence Yall on it, which was previously Florence Mall, but the state of Kentucky told the city to change it because the mall hadn't been built yet. And this is the best part. Wait, the mascot is the town's water tower. I am buying stock on the Florence Yalls. I am all in.
Armchair.
It's not whether you win or lose. It's like the team that wins is the one that has the most fun. You know, that crap like that. You know, all this stuff that's contaminated America where they give every kid a trophy and they don't keep score in Little League anymore.
Armchair.
We went in the lobby there, went up to the desk and said, "What room is the babe in?" And the clerk told him. So what a different time it was. So we went to the elevator, went up the elevator to the floor, went to the door. The door was open by one of the largest men I've ever seen in my life. He was the color of mahogany. And Uncle Roy said, "Is the babe here?" And this man turned over his shoulder and said, "Babe, there's some people out here to see you." Then I realized who it was that had opened the door. It was Gehrig. And I was amazed at Gehrig. And Gehrig stepped back, and Babe Ruth came out. He had a big cigar in one hand and a drink in the other. And he said, "Hello." Said, "Babe, these boys have come up to see you. They're great fans of yours." He said, "Well, I'm glad to hear it, and I'm glad to see you boys." And he put his hand out, and my little 9-year-old cousin shook his hand, and I shook his hand, and he said, "I've been so glad to see you," and shut the door and went back in. And that's my Babe Ruth story.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to the Yaz. A four-seamer inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Braves lead at 8-4, top of the 6th inning. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Littell drops one there. 1-1. This score holds. The Braves still will have not lost a series. They'll have a chance to win the series tomorrow but the worst they can do is split it. Braves lead the Nationals by 5 games coming into tonight, 4.5 in front of the Marlins. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Mets and the Twins. It's 2-1 New York. Top of the 5th. The 1-2 pitch. Yaz digging in. Swing. Drags it down the first base line. 1-2. Once again, foul. Yaz singled to right his first time up. Flew out to left his second time up. Jonah Heim is standing on deck. He's 1 for 1 with the walk. The 1-2. Swing rips it, but right at the second baseman. Vivas to Meade, 4-3 and 1 down. One up, 1 down. And Heim standing in. Now 4 for 5 lifetime with the walk versus Littell. And the first pitch is a slider off the edge, bangs it back foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. Heim batting .250 on the year now. Infield is back and to the right. On deck is Ronald Acuna Jr. The 1-1 pitch. Inside. 2-1. 2-1 count. Swing. Rolls it over towards first. And it's just going to stay fair. G3 on your scorecard. As the first baseman, Meade, steps on the bag, 2 down. Mitchell Parker, the southpaw, is warming up in the pen. He's probably coming in to face Drake Baldwin, whether it's this inning or the next. So Littell will face Acuna, and this will probably be it. First pitch on the way. 95th pitch of the night is a 4-seam fastball at the knees. It's 0-1. Acuna, 0 for 2 on the day. He has scored a run off a walk, and he had a sac fly RBI. The 0-1 swing hits it hard over towards third, and that'll be it. 5-3 on the putout. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, leading by 4. Acuna slams his helmet on the ground. The Braves with a 4-run lead.
I started drinking at 6 a.m. and we're here now. I don't know what time it is, but I'm rolling deep. And those cars are going real fast and real left, son. They're going fast and left. Yeah.
Think you can run this school? If you could, then I wouldn't be here, would I? No one talks in my meetings. No one! Mr. Zarella, you are now my new head football coach. Mr. Darnell will be your assistant. You know why you're being demoted, Mr. Darnell? Because I'm sick and tired of our football team getting pushed all over the field. Thank you. Sit down. I want precision. I want a weight program. You've tried it your way for years. They've given me less than 1 year to turn this place around. Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law.
So nothing bad happened? You didn't wreck it? You didn't hit anybody? You didn't run anybody over? You didn't get a speeding ticket? Why are you making that face?
For 3 seasons, even the mighty hitting of Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth could not deny the American League championship to Connie Mack's still mightier Philadelphia Athletic. His newly constituted A's won back-to-back World Series in 1929 and 30, and the pennant in 1931. Mack's finest pitcher was Robert Moses Lefty Grove. He was a savage competitor who sometimes threw at his own teammates in batting practice. The A's hitters rivaled even the Yankees' murderer's row. But the most frightening hitter was first baseman Jimmy Fox, Double X, who hit 58 home runs one season, just 2 short of the record Babe Ruth had been sure would never be broken. He cut off his sleeves to display his massive bicep. Even his hair has muscles, a pitcher complained. Opposing players called him the Beast. Jimmy Fox wasn't scouted, a pitcher said. He was trapped.
Welcome back. Martin Perez goes back to work and throws a change up there to start the at-bat. Lefty-righty matchup is Weimer in for Tanya. Joey Weimer batting .341 on the year. It's 0-1. The 0-1 changeup down and away, 1-1. Perez has gone 2 innings, 4 strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch, swing lifted, high and deep, and that ball is gone. A solo shot, and Joey Weimer makes it 8-5. It didn't even look like he got that good of wood on that, but man, it just kept going and going. Weimer 103 miles an hour off about 395 feet, and it's a 3-run game. I swear that almost looked like a jam shot. I thought at worst it was going to get to the back of the track. Take another look at it. I guess he got a better swing on it than it looked like. Pitch was inside. It was actually not a bad pitch. It was inside just off the plate, but he was able to get around on it and keep it straight. First pitch is a curveball down and in. It's 1-0. So 8-5 your score. 8 runs, 7 hits. 1 error for the Braves. 5 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Washington. 1-0 misses, 2-0. I have to ask the obvious question, why is this kid not hitting more often? He's batting .356 and he just walloped one over the field, over the fence, the 2-0 pitch. Hard hit ball over to third, a worm burner, but backhanded by Riley. He'll fire it to first, and there's 1 down. James Wood, the batter. First pitch is a cutter. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Swing. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. Meade is on deck. The 0-2 pitch. Punches it over the third base dugout. We'll do it again. The 0-2 to Wood. Down and away. 1-2. James Wood singled in the first, walked in the second, and struck out in the fourth. The 1-2 pitch, swing, lifts it high into center field, and that ball's gone. A solo shot, back-to-back Jackson. It's a 2-run game. Perez getting too much of the plate here on that pitch. 112 miles an hour off the bat. Ouch. 413 feet to dead center. And the Nationals are back in it, trailing by 2. So far from over. Still just 1 down, and Meade the batter. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch, check swing, went around, it's 0-1. That tells you one thing for sure. Martin Perez is not going to see this lineup another time through. The 0-1. Down below the knees, 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Drops a teardrop curveball at the knees on the outer edge, 1-2. 1-2 count. Good to see you, Gary. The 1-2. Swing. Pops it up, but that'll get over the first base dugout. Not a play. You let James Wood get those arms extended, man. That big kid, I mean, he can slug the ball. We've seen it all series long. 1-2 count. Inside. 2-2. They just showed the replay of that home run. And that's when you put a fastball and Perez does not bring it like other guys that we have on their staff. He's sitting right around 90-91 is the 2-2 pitch. Swing, bounces towards the mound. Martine's on it. He'll flip it to first, and there's 2 down. But you let him get those arms extended. It was basically like sitting on a tee. First pitch is a changeup to House into the dirt. It's 1-0. Remember, he had a home run last night, too, the 1-0 pitch. Down and away. Changeup below the knees. 1-1. He also stole one from Matt Olson in the game number 1. 1-1 count. Swing. Hard grounder over to Mauricio Dubon. He'll get it over to first. 6-3, and that's the inning. But not before Washington puts 2 on the board. Got to get back and get on the sticks. Only up by 2. We go to the 7th.
Mom, what's the vibe for tomorrow?
What do you mean, what's the vibe for tomorrow?
Except people are coming over, like, what are we doing?
My family's coming over, your cousins, and we're going to have cocktails and
So we're
appetizers.
drinking?
We're drinking?
Are we like drinking, or?
What does that mean?
Like, I don't want to drink unless we're blacking out.
Oh, my God.
Reardon delivers. There's a fly ball, deep left center field. Right looking up. He did it! He did it! Bob Horner has become the 11th player in baseball history to hit 4 homers in one game.
I get to Anaheim, I know nobody, and I sit in my locker, and I'm just kind of like hoping somebody would notice me. Tommy Lasorda is the manager. He goes over the pitching lineup, and I don't even think there's a chance I pitch. And then he tells me I'm pitching second. So now I'm completely nervous. Rick Russell starting, Wade Boggs, Bo Jackson, number 1 and number 2 hitters. I'm trying to get to the bullpen, and no one will take me there. Veterans are like, hey, we want to watch the first inning, because back then starters go 3 innings, right? 2 minimum. So I'm sitting in a dugout. Rick Russell's getting beat up. Tommy Lasorda gets on the bullpen phone, and he says, hey, get Smoltzy up. And I'm right here. And he's like, kid, what are you doing? And I said, I have no idea how to get to the bullpen. He goes, how many pitches is it going to take you? I said, literally 7. It's 7 pitches. I'm in my first All-Star game. I forgot everything anybody told me. I get first and third, 1 out, Bo Jackson up. I'd already seen him hit one 440 feet, and I'm just trying to get a double play ball. 2-hopper. To Ozzie Smith, to Ryan Sandberg, he beats it out. Like the loss, Nolan Ryan, the oldest pitcher ever to get the win. I was the youngest pitcher to ever get the loss.
Ruth, here's your contract, 2 years. That's to be agreed upon. Will you kindly sign it?
Yes, sir, Colonel. In 1930, just months after the stock market crashed, Babe Ruth signed a 2-year contract that paid him $80,000 a season, more money than any player had ever been paid in the history of the game. When a reporter asked him whether it was unseemly in the midst of the Depression to be getting a bigger salary than President Herbert Hoover, he answered, why not? I had a better year than he did.
8-6 your score. Atlanta leads Washington. Nationals just scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. If you stepped away, 2 home runs, 2 solo home runs by the Nationals. As the first pitch is down and in. With ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Inside. Drake Baldwin, who's 2 for 3 on the day, 2-0. 2-0 count. Down and away. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Below the knees and inside, but called for a strike, 3-1. Drake didn't challenge it. It was pretty close, but it did appear to just miss the spot. Mitchell Parker, who we've seen before several times here in Braves country, typically as a starter, but he's been put into the bullpen as the 3-1 swing and a miss, four-seamer, full count. So full count. Inside, four-seam fastball almost gets him, and that's ball 4. So Drake will head on down to first. One on, nobody out, and Matt Olson the batter. Matt Olson, who clacked one over the walls last time up. First pitch, swing and a miss at the slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 6 runs, 10 hits, and an error for the Nationals. The 0-1 pitch, down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. They're in New York City, and the Minnesota Twins have just tied up the Mets 2-2. The solo shot by Byron Buxton. The 1-1 slider across the chest. It's 1-2. It's 3-2 Chicago over Philadelphia. They're in the third in Chicago. We'll hit the out-of-town scoreboard here in a bit. The 1-2 pitch. Chops it foul, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Parker steps off the bump for a second, kicks the dirt. The 1-2 count. Check swing. Held up, 2-2. Chicago's hit another solo shot. It's 4-2 Cubbies. On deck is Riley. Top of the 7th, Braves lead 8-6. The 2-2 swing, chops it over to second, and they're going to go for a 4-6-3 double play. Got Olson by about a quarter step. He was busting it down the line, but that'll erase the base runners, and there's 2 down. Out-of-town scoreboard, they're in Detroit, Michigan, and the Brewers trailed the Tigers 4-1. Boston, Massachusetts, the Yankees 4-0. Going to the 8th in Fenway. Max Fried was on the hill tonight. In Queens, Mets 2, Twins 2. First pitch is a slider across the chest to Austin Riley. It's 0-1. In Dallas, Texas tonight, Arlington. Rangers lead the Pirates 2-1. They're in the third. Denver, Colorado. Rockies and Pirates are scoreless as the pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. They're in the first inning. Later on tonight, you got a couple of late games. White Sox at the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers at the Giants. Ohtani on the hill tonight. Earlier today in Miami, the Marlins beat the Cardinals 4-1. The 0-2 pitch. Swing. Hard hit ball over to third. Scooped up and flipped over to first by House, and that'll end the inning. 5-3 on your putout. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, leading by only 2. Dylan Lee's going to come on to try to preserve this lead. Thank you, Iron Lung.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that
Dylan Lee.
We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Lefty-lefty matchup. C.J. Abrams takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lee turns. He kicks. Slider at the knees. 1-1. 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Washington. Thank you for the channel support, Iron Lung. 5 memberships gifted. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One-two count. Swing, rolls it over towards first. Is that a fair ball? It is. Olsen's got to scoop it, flip it. Lee tags the bag, and there's one away. So that'll close the books on Martin Perez. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, both solo home runs, 4 strikeouts. And his ERA will go to 2.7 on the year. Didier Fuentes, by the way, is sitting at 6.43. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. I don't see any other option, logical option, unless they're going to do just some ugly bullpen game. I'm hoping those days are over. I would think J.R. Ritchie's on a plane right now. The 0-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Michael Harris, the second, will make the catch, and there's 2 down. In theory, you could have Chris Sale pitch tomorrow. It would just be very strange because when you tell a veteran, hey, we're going to give you an extra few days off. You're not going to pitch until Sunday. And to do an about face just a few hours later, you really mess up their entire rhythm. So people that are suggesting that online you might see tonight, it's not likely. First pitch is a four-seam fastball, it's 0-1. It's more likely that you would just do an old-fashioned bullpen game. Bring somebody else up and just go straight bullpen and hope for the best. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 count. But all the usual suspects have already been burned. You can't use Didier. You can't use Perez. He just pitched. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. So 1-2 count. Oh, Rich, 22 months in. Time flies when your bullpen's falling apart. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, no, he got a piece of it. I thought that was going to end it, but just got a piece of it, and it went in and out of the glove of Heim. I think we got enough time here. Thank you, Rich.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us.
B.A. Baracus.
Uber gobble. Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us.
1-2 from Lee.
Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
The changeup is well off the plate, 2-2. So once a chance at a strike 3, now the 2-2 inside 3-2. So a 3-2 count. Payoff pitch from Lee. Peta with 23 months. The pitch on the way. Swing, rolls it over to Riley. Riley backhands it, fires it across to Olsen, and that'll end the inning. And we'll go to the 8th. Top of the 8th, clinging to a 2-run lead. It's 8-ball time.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour. When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink. When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Have dinner, buddy.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks.
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see the double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is a bender right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Dixon fires. Mitchell Parker. Chopper high. Baltimore chopper. Parker off his back foot will fire it to first, and it's an infield single for Ozzie. And maybe that'll get him back going. Good hustle by the Wiz as he busted it down the first base line.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
Parker, I'll be honest with you, that was a pretty good play by Parker. He had to rear back as he was fading towards the third base line. Fired a perfect bullet to first. Ozzie did beat it, but he made that a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be. Good hustle by Ozzie and a good throw by Parker. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Harris is a slider, hanging slider. This is high. It's 1-0. Man, that was just a little lower. Well, Harris might have hit his third one tonight. 1-0 count. You'll notice there's two new emojis, celebration emojis. We'll try to explain them in between batters. The 1-0. Right there for a strike, it's 1-1. We talked about a few days ago that the Braves have a new... You'll see Harris do it and a couple other guys do it, but they go back and forth between two different celebrations when they get a base hit. Is the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer. It's 1-2. Harris will step out of the box. We'll show you the one that Harris does a lot. Looks like he's straightening his tie, and that's what the emoji is. And they call it handling their business. The other one, I haven't seen a name for it, so I just called it Brave Strong. They put their arm in motion almost like the brawny man when they get a base hit. Strong enough to hit it, right? The 1-2 pitch, swing. That ball is scalded towards right field. Running catch by Wood. He'll fire it back into the infield, and Ozzie has to scamper back, one down. That is the second time James Wood in this series has robbed extra bases. Last night, it was Eli White, I believe, that he robbed the base hit from. He had to dive last night. Tonight, actually, it's the third time. Tonight, it was a running catch at the shoe tops. Monday night, he robbed the home run from Olsen. Lefty-righty matchup as Mauricio Dubon steps in. That ball gets down. Ozzie may have scored because I think it might have gotten past Wood. The 0-1 swing, chops it up the middle, and that's going to be a 6-3 double play. So Dubon hits into trouble. We'll go to the bottom of the eighth, leading by 2. We'll see who the bullpen brings us. Remember, Iglesias is on the IL.
I'm kind of like the total package that got effed up during shipping and handling.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I saw an ad the other day that said, you too can look like Dolly Parton for only $500. Boy, I wish I'd have seen that ad before I dished out the millions it cost me to look like Dolly Parton.
It costs a lot of money to bring the real world champion on location. When last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. Woo!
Despite the Depression, baseball was still big in New York, where Babe Ruth still dominated the game and filled the headlines. He was the idol of every schoolboy, the delight of every sports writer. Drinking and eating too much, cheerfully lighting up the half-smoked cigars he found on the men's room floor, doing his best to ignore the younger sluggers who were now overtaking him including his seemingly invincible teammate, Lou Gehrig.
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves lead this one 8-6. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, bottom of the order due up for the Nationals. It'll be Vivas and then Weimer, who hit one out his last time up, and James Wood. So the two guys that hit back-to-back jacks are due up second and third in this inning. And we'll go with Tyler Kinley. Righty-lefty matchup, drops the curveball upstairs, hanging curveball. It's 0-1. This might be the game this inning because you've got Kinley coming in. I honestly thought it would have been Dylan Lee for the setup, but I guess they wanted Lee in that lefty spot to face Abrams and Lyle, so not a lot of places to go here. Suarez would close out the ninth if the lead holds here. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Kexton fires, swing, rips it over towards second, and it's going to be an L6 in your scorecard. One away. One up, one down, and Weimer the batter. Back-to-back left-handers, that is. Ruiz was out in between. Pitch on the way to Weimer is outside wide. Slider misses. 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it away. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kinley, if he can get through this clean, Suarez would come into the ninth to face the top of the order. You better hurry. The pitch clock is going down if that's accurate. The 1-1 pitch just below the knees, and Heim's going to challenge this. I don't know if he's going to get it. It's close. It looks like he just framed it to be a strike. It doesn't look like it was actually a strike. And the Braves lose another challenge. So their ABS challenge woes continue. They were doing well in the spring and the beginning of the season, but last 2 or 3 weeks, they've been abysmal. The 2-1 count. Turns and kicks. 3-1. High and out of the zone. Three-one pitch. Kinley inside for a strike, and it'll be a full count. Weimer was starting to head down to first. The payoff pitch from Kinley brings it. Swing pops it up, and it'll go to the third base side into the crowd, bouncing around. Fan finally gets a souvenir. A lot of empty seats here once again. Ruiz standing on deck, the left-hander. Pitch on the way, down and away. And ball 4. So he'll head down to first. There's one out. Other options in for Weiss. He could, in theory, go to Suarez on a long close attempt, though it's probably not likely. You also have Dylan Dodd, the left-hander, out there. The first pitch is a four-seam off the plate. It's 1-0. And as far as high leverage guys, that's about it. Pyomps isn't who you want to bring in late inning situations if you can help it, is the 1-0. Nowhere near the zone, 2-0. 2-0 count. Braves lead at 8-6, bottom of the 8th. The 2-0 pitch. Flips it over to first real quick. Keep the runner close by. Tying run at the plate, the 2-0 count. Ruiz. They flip it over to first once again. Ruiz 0 for 3 on the day. He has struck out twice and grounded to third. Of course, all of those were against left-handers. I mean, the last two were left-handed, excuse me. First one was the right-hander Diddy. The 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. Throw. He's going to have that stolen with ease. And he's in scoring position. The pitch. Looks like they called that a strike. So it's 2-1. Weimer under the tag with plenty of time. Got a huge jump. So in scoring position, but the run you really got to worry about is at the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Brings it. Swing, belted. High and deep into right field. Acuna's going to get underneath it. He'll fire it into the infield, and it is a long out, number 2. He just missed pay dirt with that one. He turned on that one. Just got underneath it. That was a hanging slider, and James Wood coming to the plate. And they're going to try to get out of it with Kinley. Game on the line right here. Runner at second. 2 outs. Hefner's going out there to talk to him real quick. And they are going to walk Wood. Little dangerous here because what you're doing is you're walking the winning run to the plate, the go-ahead run to the plate. But they like their chances better against Meade with the right-hander Kinley on the mound than James Wood, which I can't say that I hate that idea. You just hope it doesn't backfire. First and second, 2 outs. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. It's a slider down and away. It's 1-0. Curtis Meade, who's batting .208 on the year. 748 OPS. 1-0. Turns and fires. Right there at the knees. 1-1. One count. Kinley comes set. Check swing. Curveball. Right there. 1-2. Kind of locked him up. It was a hanger. He must have been looking for the fastball because he could not pull the trigger. So a 1-2 count. First and second, 2 outs. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. Deuces wild, 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count. The Braves lead by 2. Will the strategy pay off? Walking James Wood and the go-ahead run to the plate. The right-hander digging in against the right-hander. Kinley brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike three. We'll be back in a flash. Atlanta Braves need to get some insurance when we return.
Hey, don't tell me to make myself at home if you get mad when I cuss your kids out and tell them to sit their bad ass down somewhere.
Most people know the name Billy Martin from the Pine Tar incident in 1983, but not too many people know that it wasn't the first time he called out another team for breaking the rules. On April 25th, 1981, the Oakland A's are visiting the Seattle Kingdome to face off against the Seattle Mariners when Martin senses something is off. He thinks the batter's box looks a little bigger than normal and asks the umpire to break out the ruler and measure it. The verdict? It measured 7 feet, not the customary 6 feet. If you're wondering, the extra foot was in the direction of the mound. After the game, the Mariners groundskeeper admits he was expanding the box under orders from Seattle manager Maury Wills. As a result, Wills was suspended for 2 games and fined $500. His reasoning was he wanted players to stay in the box, but Martin suspects he does it to gain an advantage over his pitching staff, who throws a large number of breaking balls. It couldn't have helped too much because during Wills' time with the Mariners, they go 26 and 56. A little over a week after the incident, the new owner of the Mariners fires Wills on May 6, 1981. Now you know about the batter's box game.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Go to college, grad school, work?
Gehrig had become the best hitter in the American League, driving in runs at a faster clip than Ruth, but he still had to settle for second billing. The two men were growing increasingly distant, and now Gehrig became obsessed with setting a record no one could ever match. Since May of 1925, he had not missed a single game, and despite aches, sprains, and fevers, he determined never to take himself out of the lineup. "Why don't you take a rest?" someone asked him. "There's no point to it. I like to play baseball, and if I were to sit on the bench, the worry and fretting would take too much out of me."
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@Braves Country. 8-6 your score. Top of the 9th inning. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Washington. First pitch on the way to the Yaz is swung on and rolled over to second. It's going to be a quick 4-3 and 1 down. So 1 pitch, 1 out. The Yaz 1 for 4 on the day. That'll drop his batting average to .213. Julian Fernandez on the bump. As Jonah Heim steps up to the plate. First pitch to Heim is a 4-seam fastball. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 4-seamer outside, well outside the zone, 2-0. We saw Heim Fernandez on Monday as the 2-0 misses. Ball 3-0. He came in for 1 inning and gave up 2 runs. It's his only outing of the year in the major leagues. The 3-0 count, right down the pipe, taken all the way, 4-seamer. Good take by Heim as he's just trying to get himself aboard, 3-1. Ronald Acuna Jr. on deck, the 3-1 pitch. Right there, across the middle. Full count. So after taking 2 pitches back-to-back right down the pipe, you would think Heim would be ready to pull the trigger. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it, high into center field, deep but playable. Right before the warning track making the catch, Jacob Young, and it's F8 in your scorecard. There's 2 down. Robert Suarez will be asked to come on, assuming this lead stays right here, 8-6 in the 9th. He's filling in for Iglesias. They said last night after the game, one of the reporters said that the belief is, as the first pitch to Ronald Acuna Jr. is inside for a ball, it's 1-0. that Iglesias will have the short stint on the IL, the minimum 15 days. They said there was talk of just having him rest for 4 or 5 days, but Weiss decided, whoa, 1-0 inside, spins him around. Four-seam fastball. You see Acuna flip his bat around as the ball almost got him. 2-0. I don't think there's anything intentional there. I think Fernandez is just bad. We saw him earlier in the catcher was set up down and away. I seriously doubt there was any intent there. Last thing he's trying to, when Ronald Acuna Jr. is struggling like he is at the plate, I don't think they're trying to hit him there. The 2-0 count, outside wide 3-0. That one misses just as much off the plate to the other side. So a 3-0. Still won't hurt any less if it hits you, though. 90-plus fastball. The 3-0 pitch, swing, fouls it away, 3-1. Braves lead at 8-6, top of the ninth. Mets and Twins 2-2 in the sixth in New York. In Chicago, Cubs over the Phillies 4-2 in the fifth. The 3-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Lazy fly ball into center field, and Young will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the ninth inning, bottom of the ninth, and Suarez on the bump, big time.
My pronouns are USA. Who exactly started telling people that what birthday parties looked like in the 80s? First of all, we didn't have birthday parties in the 80s. We were lucky if our parents remembered our birthday. Growing up in Gen X, you had at least one birthday that your parents just completely forgot. Once in a while, there'd be a kid in your class who was having his birthday party at McDonald's. Your whole class was invited. Like, even the kid that eats glue that nobody likes got to come. We did not have the same McDonald's that kids have today. We had a slide that was the temperature of Satan's ass and this burger prison. And the floor was all these little rocks that would get in your shoe and like stab your foot. There was no point in taking it out because they were going to get right back in there. You always had one stupid kid in your class that would just pick up like a handful of rocks and like zing them at your face. Nobody cared. Our parents weren't watching. It was anarchy out there. When it was time to eat, we would sit down and get our Happy Meals, and they'd be placed like right next to ashtrays because our moms just chain smoked Virginia Slims the whole time we were there. Number one best part of a McDonald's birthday in the 80s, unlimited orange drink. And if you were the kid that had that party, your status symbol in that elementary school went whoop.
My family and other families in the South, religious families, would not allow us to play on Sunday. We had to go to church on Sunday, not play baseball. But they would have Saturday games at these churches out in the fields, and the whole community would turn out to see them play.
It was the era of dress up. It was that era. See, the men have on ties, hats. The ladies had on their fine dresses. In our baseball, a Sunday baseball, in our faith, Methodist, Baptist, or whatnot, 11 o'clock service on Sunday. But when the Monarchs in town or when the East-West game was on, they started church at 10 o'clock. So they could get out an hour earlier so they could come to the ball game. So they got on their finery coming from church. They came straight to the ball game, looking pretty. Yes, we loved it.
Eight to 6 your score. We go to the bottom of the ninth, and Robert Suarez, who is the closer of the future for the Atlanta Braves, signed a 3-year deal in the offseason. And the idea is that he would inherit the role next year as Iglesias his contract will be up. I mean, in a perfect world, they keep them both. But here we go. First pitch on the way. Swing. Smoked it up the middle. And House gets on. 97-mile-an-hour fastball shot right back up the gut. And it's a leadoff single for the Nationals. High fastball. He was sitting dead red. We'll pull the screen back. The runner at first. Dalen C.J. Abrams to the plate. C.J. swings, pops it up, and that's going to be an easy can of corn over there by shortstop. F6 on your scorecard. And there's quickly one down. So one up, one down. Dalen Lyle, who's already got a 3-run home run to his name's digging in the first pitch. Fastball upstairs. He called that a strike? All right, we'll take it. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Changeup, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Washington still has a challenge. I'm a little surprised Lyle didn't use it on that first pitch. That pitch was at least 2 inches over the zone. The 0-2 count. Four-seamer, swing, fouls it straight back. 0-2. 99 miles an hour from Suarez. Big time, tries to close this one out. Braves 8, Nats 6. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 errors for Atlanta. 6-11-1 for Washington. The 0-2, just below the knees. Changeup, tried to get him to chase. Pretty good pitch. Good take by Lyle. 1-2. About a 10-mile-an-hour difference between that four-seamer and the changeup. 89 and 99. The 1-2. Swing, slices it over to third. Riley underhands it to Dubon. He'll fire it to first. It's a high throw. And we'll get the lead runner. There are 2 outs. But the game is still alive. Tying run will come to the plate. I like what Matt Olson did there. He leaped to the top of his jump, caught the ball, and then started running towards the dugout like the ball had gotten away, hoping that Lyle would see that and turn and then would be stuck in no man's land. But his first base coach did a good job. First pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up high into center field. Drifting back, making the catch is Money Mike. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses.
Do you see what you get, loser? Loser! Loser! Do you see what you get when you mess with the Warrior?
8-6 your score. Game ball, we'll give it to Matt Olson. His 3-run home run really made a difference in tonight's game. You know what? We'll have him share it. Michael Harris, 2 solo shots. It's hard to give it to one over the other. They both had 3 RBIs. Harris and Olson, we'll have him share it for once. Braves win it 8-6. Back on the winning track. They'll go to 17-8. Nationals will go to 11-14. And we have yet to lose a series. We'll try to win this series tomorrow. We won't know till after the game tonight, but my guess is J.R. Ritchie's going to get a spot start tomorrow. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for Washington. Game time tomorrow, 1:15. First pitch will come on the air 12:45. And as soon as we know, we'll let you know who's pitching in tomorrow's game. Y'all have a great one, Braves country. Braves win. Great job by the bullpen to hold on after those back-to-back jacks given up by Perez. And, of course, all the runs given up by Didier. I still thought he did a pretty good job coming up and striking out 7. The kid's still learning, and he's going to be one of the good ones down the road. Y'all have a great one, Braves country.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
Take me out to the bar.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.